everyone, it is Mike from AutoGuide, and today we are going to talk practicality. We're going to talk about those sensible vehicles that have all-weather capability thanks to all-wheel drive and the functionality of a rear hatch that can carry a lot of cargo, and of course a low price point offering good value. That's right, we're going to talk about the top 10 all-wheel drive hatchbacks with the lowest price. Now, I've called them hatchbacks because this could cover basically anything from a car to an SUV to a tall wagon to a crossover, whatever you want to call them. These are the 10 lowest priced vehicles that you can get all-wheel drive and a hatch. So let's begin. Kicking off our list is the Kia Seltos S all-wheel drive. Now, the Seltos is available in a lower priced LX, but that's front-wheel drive only. Step up to the S and there is the option of all-wheel drive, which brings the price to just over $28,000 including destination charges. At this price, you still get some pretty good equipment like an automatic climate control, safety systems like rear cross traffic alert and blind spot monitoring. Inside it has the larger 10.25-inch infotainment system, and of course it also comes with push-button start. Powering this version of the Seltos is the 146 horsepower 2-liter 4-cylinder, which should return decent gas mileage as well. So next on our list is the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, and it undercuts the Seltos by about $40, so there's not much of a difference in price here, as it too is just over $28,000 with destination charges. Now it's not quite as well equipped as the Seltos. It has 16-inch alloys instead of 17. Safety systems, it doesn't have all the same things, but it does have forward collision mitigation. It has auto climate control. It has the manual driver's seat just like the Seltos. But probably the biggest advantage with the Eclipse Cross is you get the little turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that makes 152 horsepower, but a lot more torque. Next on our list is the Hyundai Kona SE. Now this shares the same engine as the Seltos, the 2-liter 4-cylinder, but here it makes one more horsepower at 147. It too includes 17-inch alloy wheels and has a lot of great safety system standard like forward collision mitigation and blind spot monitoring. Standard in every Kona is the 12.3-inch infotainment system that includes wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, something a lot of the vehicles on this list don't offer free of charge in the base models. Arguably, real-world space inside the Kona may not be as good as the Seltos or even the Eclipse Cross, but it is the more stylish option compared to those two. Pricing comes in at $27,400 after destination charges. Coming in 7th place is the first entry from Subaru, and it is the Crosstrek base. So it comes standard with a 2-liter engine making 152 horsepower and of course symmetrical all-wheel drive with X mode. Like a lot of vehicles on this list, it comes with 17-inch alloy wheels and features some other nice standard equipment like steering responsive LED headlights, the eyesight safety system, and automatic climate control. It also has one of the bigger, more livable rear seats and cargo areas, and one of the smoothest rides as well. Next on our list is one of the more powerful vehicles here, and that is the Toyota Corolla Cross. It too has a 2-liter engine, but it makes 169 horsepower, and although it is a little noisy, it is pretty quick. The pricing for this vehicle comes in at $26,685 after destination charges. It's not as well equipped as some of the other vehicles above and below it on this list, but we figure it should be pretty reliable being a Toyota with just a naturally aspirated engine, and it does have Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 included as standard equipment. We are now entering the top 5, and starting us off is the Mazda CX-30. Now I maybe just said the Corolla Cross was one of the more powerful vehicles here, but this is far and away the most powerful. It is a 191 horsepower 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, and not only is the vehicle quick, but being a Mazda, it handles really well, and the exterior and interior styling is pretty much unmatched on this list. Now the ride is a little stiff and it doesn't have a lot of the features some of the other ones do, but still standard, it has an 8.8-inch infotainment system, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but they have to be tethered, and push button start. It also only has 16-inch alloy wheels, and it is one of the smaller vehicles here, especially in terms of rear seat space. Coming in fourth is our only American entry on this list, and that is the Chevrolet Trailblazer. This is the brand's entry-level all-wheel drive SUV, and it's pretty competitive against things like the CX-30 and the Crosstrek. Under the hood is a 1.3-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder that puts out an impressive 155 horsepower and a whole lot more torque. Now, as we get higher up this list, the vehicles have less and less options, but this one does have 17-inch alloy wheels and a fully digital driver information center, as well as an 11-inch fully digital infotainment system. Safety systems are also pretty well represented, with forward collision alert, automatic emergency braking, and lane keep assist, plus much more. Pricing just undercuts the CX-30, with the LS all-wheel drive coming in at $26,395 after destination charges. Coming in third on our list is another entry from Mitsubishi, this time the Outlander Sport, specifically the 2.0S all-wheel drive. Now, this is one of the older vehicles on our list, and it comes with the smaller 7-inch infotainment system, and the 16-inch wheels have wheel covers, but there are some good features as well, like automatic climate control and rain sensing wipers that are standard. The 2-liter 4-cylinder makes 148 horsepower, and the price for this vehicle after destination charges is just a bit over $25,000. Coming in second is one of the newer vehicles on this list and the most affordable all-wheel drive SUV crossover, and that is the Nissan Kicks, specifically the S all-wheel drive. Coming in at $24,720 after destination charges, it is one of the least equipped vehicles here, but that's also why it's one of the least expensive. So in the S, you don't get Apple CarPlay or Android Auto at all, so you will need to step up a class if you want that. And like the Outlander Sport we just talked about, it too has 16-inch wheels with wheel covers and a 7-inch infotainment system. Like almost everything on this list, it too has a 2-liter 4-cylinder, but here it's one of the least powerful at 141 horsepower. What do you get? Well, you get the Kicks' funky styling, and Nissan includes all of the safety systems standard across the board in this model. Coming in first place is the only car on this list, and it is the Subaru Impreza base with a price of $24,115 after destination charges. Now, this isn't the only all-wheel drive car currently available, but the Corolla is in a hatch, and the Mazda 3 hatch only comes with all-wheel drive if you step up to the mid-trim models, which puts the pricing just off of our list. But back to the Impreza. It basically comes equipped the same way the Crosstrek does, but it has 16-inch steel wheels with wheel covers, but everything else is the same as the Crosstrek: steering responsive headlights, automatic climate control, symmetrical all-wheel drive, all that's included, and being pretty much identical in size, the Impreza is actually quite spacious considering it's a compact car. So there you have it. These are the top 10 most affordable vehicles with all-wheel drive. Of course, I've talked about their base trims. A lot of them offer all-wheel drive on fancier, better equipped trims or option packages, but if you're just looking for the lowest possible price to have all-wheel drive and a rear hatch, this is the list.